Hey all, hi, welcome back to my channel. Some housekeeping, the first of which is the fact that my landlords are currently doing housekeeping. And so if you hear background noise and clumping, it's because they're vacuuming and there's just no avoiding it. I just happened to choose this exact moment to film a video because I'm done work for the day. And they decided that they're probably done work for the day too, and it's a Friday, so it's chores day. Gotta respect it. So, you know, there it is. And also I'm in a tank top because I just got back from some grocery shopping, so just please don't mind my chubby arms. I've been having a time. And also I've just been having a very bad day. So rather than sitting here wallowing in self-pity and listening to sad country songs, I was like, well, you do have a video to film. Why don't you do that? Do something productive rather than just being a Pisces. But it's Pisces season, so it's my time to shine in all of my moodiness. But for the time being, my phone is passively aggressively on Do Not Disturb. Anyways, today we're filming an empties video. I think we're long overdue for an empties. I don't know how long it's been. Probably we're at the 4-month mark, which is usually when I film these. And I've got a nice, very full bucket here, but don't worry if you've been following along. The bag is also still here. We're just doing a transfer. And I can't remember if I mentioned this in my last empties video, but for the past couple of months, if not longer, time is a blur, who knows, I'm pretty sure that the Walmart x TerraCycle partnership is like no longer, even though I did email TerraCycle to have them investigate. But the last time I went to Walmart with a bag full of empties, not a single soul knew what I was talking about. And TerraCycle, their customer service folks were lovely and seemed very certain that the partnership should be alive and well, but I just really don't think it is, and nothing has resurfaced on their website. So for the time being, I am doing a bunch of wish cycling. Unfortunately, because I just don't have the wherewithal to buy a new TerraCycle box myself. I almost did today, and then I got slapped with a infuriating and very large bill. So all of the emotional retail therapy that I wanted to do this afternoon got quickly kiboshed in favor of this bill. And if I was a different person, there would be hell to pay. Alas, I am me, and all I want to do is curl up in a ball and cry. Anyways, empties, and we're just gonna dig right in. There's a substantial amount of things here, and you know, I figure that some trash talk will just make me feel better, and we're gonna kind of take a look back at the past few months of my life and reevaluate what I've been doing. The first thing right off the top is something that I absolutely loved, and I would 1000% purchase again and again and again. It is this Get Toasted candle from the brand Charleston and Harlow, and its scents of toasted marshmallow and campfire. It was delightful, such an incredibly lovely spin on the like campfire scented candle that so many of us love. I'm pretty sure that Charleston and Harlow is a Canadian brand. Yes, hand poured in Canada, and it is pure soy. I got this at a local shop here in my town, and it was just such a lovely candle to burn over the holiday season. And I pretty much burned it like right down to that. There's just like that single layer left where like if you light the wick, it just immediately goes out, but it still does smell quite lovely. Huge fan. And I'm also just at the similar bottom of the usual candle. And I'm so sad. I tried to slow burn through that and it didn't happen. Now I've kind of, nothing is in order here. It's this mishmash of like skincare, body care, hair care. But I've got four hair things kind of right at the top, so we're just gonna grab those. The first is this Inner Sense dry shampoo. Refresh dry shampoo. That was a liquid to powder dry shampoo and was actually really delightful, especially with someone who's got bangs that have a cowlick in them, and I sleep with my face directly mashed into my pillow. So waking up, you know, even if your hair doesn't look dirty, sometimes you just need to kind of fix it. So the wet to dry shampoo was actually really great because I could just rub it into my bangs and then do a quick blow dry, and they would look perfect and refreshed, and it would actually hold for a few days. And it also just had a really delightful kind of like orangey scent. And it did take me actually quite a long time to go through this dry shampoo. So I think pretty much, aside from their shampoos, I've loved every single one of the Inner Sense styling products. I just keep going back to them time and time again, and this was just a really unique formula. Unfortunately though, I think that's probably garbage and not proper recycling. Okay, and then I can't remember if I've mentioned this yet, but over the course of the summer and like early fall, I developed little patches of psoriasis all over my body and my scalp. And then I finally got in to see a dermatologist who actually determined that it's what's called paradoxical psoriasis, which is when your psoriasis is caused by a medication that would otherwise be treating such a thing. So I have Crohn's disease, and I have been on the medication Humira for a number of years now. And unfortunately, it's just one of those things that happens. So Humira is also used to treat psoriasis, and lucky me, I got psoriasis instead of it being the other way around. I was only had like a few kind of spots on my body, but this things that were really, really, really bothering me was my scalp. And I actually have some hair growth, finally, like regrowth in this little, these little hairs here, and there's some over here. I'm finally getting some regrowth in some of the psoriasis caused bald spots on my head, and I still have a little patch of psoriasis on this side. But before I had a formal diagnosis, this was the longest winded way of saying to talk about my empties. I first thought, oh, maybe I'm just suffering from dandruff. So I got some classic Head and Shoulders. Didn't do a damn thing. The worst. I eventually used that to clean my toilet. Let me tell you, it worked really well. Life hack, perhaps. Can't afford a toilet cleaner, just buy some Head and Shoulders. But then I opted for this, which is the Avalon Organics Medicated Anti-Dandruff Shampoo with 2% salicylic acid. And I just got this actually from my local Zayres in their little like health food section, and my scalp loved this so much, and it actually really helped to like just overall soothe and calm my scalp before I was actually able to get a proper treatment. And my dermatologist was actually pleased to see that this is what I was using. And obviously the like medicated ingredient there is the salicylic acid, and so for any kind of like plaquey issue you've got going on in your scalp, the salicylic acid is what's going to help kind of eliminate that. But this was just really lovely, and if I do get another really bad flare, this is definitely going to be something that I put back into rotation because it was just so helpful. This was just genuinely a really nice product, and the fact that it's, you know, natural and organic also helped. And yeah, never again with the Head and Shoulders, but the Avalon Organics, chef's kiss. Then, oh my gosh, a conditioner empty. It takes me like honestly a full year to finish a conditioner, but this is the Alba Botanica Repair and Refresh Conditioner with Ocean Surf Marine Botanicals, formulated for stronger, healthier hair. It was just a conditioner, honestly. I bought this like the set, so I still have the shampoo somewhere. The conditioner, it was just fine. The conditioner that's in my shower now, spectacular so far. It makes my hair so soft, but that one was just a conditioner, nothing special. My hair is so fine and like slippery, so I don't really, if I had super, super dry, coarse hair, maybe I would notice a drastic difference with a conditioner, but in that instance, it just was what it was. Okay, right off the top here, we've got body care. No one should be surprised if you've been here for a while. I've got the standard based creme brulee body lotion. It's one of my all-time favorites. I pick it up whenever I see it. It smells like a dream, works like a dream, makes my skin feel so lovely, and I'm always trying to smell like a baked good, so this just really hits the spot, and it's just great. It's a little pricey. I mean, pause. it's a little pricey if we're not comparing it to like things like the Necessaire body lotions. I think it's like $15, maybe 17. I don't know, everything's getting inflated these days with the prices, but I mean, if you're comparing it, even drugstore prices now, I guess, are kind of that. So maybe it's just this is normal for a body lotion. I don't know, but it's lovely and also Canadian and inspired by strong women everywhere. So yes, this is from Kitchener, Ontario, made in Canada. So I always love to support a Canadian brand, and it just so happens that this one is incredible and smells amazing. And then we've got my all-time favorite body lotion. It's the Derma E Jasmine and Vanilla with colloidal oatmeal and vegan hyaluronic acid. It's just so good. It smells so good. It makes my skin feel so good. I can't get enough. The day that they discontinue this will be the day that my life ends. So please, God, no. Please, gods, universe, whoever's up there watching us, please don't take it away from me. She's got a little shave cream here. This is the EOS Shea Butter Sensitive Shave Cream with colloidal oatmeal. I think this was like $6 from the drugstore, which is like pretty inexpensive, and it was actually pretty good. It's like nice and silky. Like, I don't know, we've talked about this before, I think, but like sometimes it's hard to find like a good shave cream because some just don't really do the damn thing, but this did. And as you can see, like I really used it all up and it was lovely. And also the fact that it was like inexpensive really helped, because when I don't have a shave cream, I'm using like conditioner, or I'm just really sudsing at my legs with regular soap, and sometimes that gives you some owies, so it's just nice to have an actual shave cream. I've got a singular deodorant empty here, I think, which is my usual native. This is the Jasmine and Cedar scent that I was using for the longest time. It's still kind of in rotation. There's one in my backpack, but I also did pick up the Sugar Cookie scent that miraculous time that I found it at the local Shoppers Drug Mart, and then I've never seen it ever again. So I'm kind of sad that I only bought 2 at that time, but it is what it is. But yeah, this is just a mainstay, so there will always be one of these in my empties, I'm sure, until I grow tired of the scent or my body just decides that it has had enough. And when my BO starts to smell like the DO, then we have a problem. I'm gonna do these first because they were hidden at the bottom, but I've just got some more home fragrance empties. I've got another sage essential oil. This is the scent Cabin Cozy Calming Diffuser Blend. And it was really lovely. It came in a holiday kit that I bought last year, but it's just such a delicious kind of like spicy, woodsy scent. And all year round, I kind of like my home to smell like this. So I use this. I used every last drop. And I think, actually, I don't know. I bought a new holiday kit this year once it was on sale after Boxing Day, and I should double check to see if Cabin Cozy is in it because it's really a delightful fragrance. And then I have another candle here from Charleston and Harlow, and this is the Smashing Pumpkin scent, and it is pumpkin spice and espresso beans, which again is just like that lovely unique twist on a scent that we're very familiar with. It smells so good. Phenomenal. Honestly, out of the 2 candles from this brand that I bought, I think I prefer the Smashing Pumpkin, and I kind of wish that I had more of these. And also just I don't know if you can see, but the label is just so cute and thematic. I love it. Just little like skulls everywhere, little spiders, and pumpkins and mushrooms. And oh, I wish that you could smell this through the camera, because it is delightful. And next season, I absolutely will be repurchasing this. I doubt that I can buy this all year round, but it's really unfortunate because, again, I would love my home to smell like a cozy cabin. So the Cabin Cozy essential oil and this would be mainstays if they were available 365 days a year. But alas, capitalism has us in a chokehold and everything has to be seasonal. Okay, I've got, I think, 2 body things here, and then the rest is all face. So the first is this Relief CBD topical balm, which I bought almost a year ago now from a local shop. And it's one of these like kind of deodorant style roll-up balms. I used this, like I scraped every last bit of this, and it was actually incredible. If I was getting, you know, crampy, or if I was experiencing any Crohn's pain, any sciatic nerve pain, if I just wanted to make sure that I didn't wake up with like bloaty discomfort in my tummy the next day, I was putting this on at night, and honestly it was just really, really, really lovely. If I didn't love it, I probably wouldn't have finished it. But I think brought this to Whistler last year for my ski trip, just because, you know, there's gonna be aches and pains, and I am a clumsy gal, so I'm always bumping and bruising. So just having a CBD balm is really, really lovely, and this was great. I do need to go and purchase another one, but it's not the easiest place to get to without having to fuss around with parking, so I just don't really go, and I tend to do most of my shopping online these days anyways, which is just honestly lazy. But I will be repurchasing this, and unfortunately though, it's in black plastic, so that is straight into the trash. Then I have this limited edition Lavender Earl Grey Omega-3 hand cream from the Rocky Mountain Soap Co. And I got this in a kit last year, and we've talked about this before. I love a hand cream. I have a lotion in like every of my little like stations around my house, bedside table, beside the couch, in my craft bin, by my desk, at my little makeup table here. If my hands are dry, Alanna is unhappy, so having a lotion with me at all times is essential. There's also always one in my backpack. So this was just one of the ones that made it into the rotation, and it's, I think for me, a little too heavy on the lavender versus the Earl Grey, but it was still lovely and made my hands feel really nice. And it's just sometimes nice to add something different into the rotation that doesn't just smell like cookies or vanilla. So this was nice. Okay, face. Another Desert Essence cleanser. It's been a while since one was in my skincare routine, but this is the Thoroughly Clean face wash with sea kelp, and similar to the last one I used, which is like feels like hundreds of years ago now, it was really, really lovely. And it's just like a really good amount of cleanser. That's 250 milliliters. I love the brand Desert Essence, and so far I've loved all of their face washes. They do a really, really good job. They don't strip my skin, and they just kind of like pack a punch. This is a really good kind of face wash for the morning to like really, really wake you up, especially because it's not stripping. So yeah, I just really enjoyed this, and when and if I can find these again, I will purchase them. I think that I got this and the last one from the Green Jungle Beauty Shop, but I actually don't know if they still carry Desert Essence, so I might have to do some sourcing. But at the moment I have so much in my collection that I just do not possibly need another backup of anything, so it will be a while, but this was wonderful. Okay, we've got this My Ingredients Retinol and Squalane Solution. This is just a drugstore product, Shoppers Drug Mart, at least here in Ontario and Canada. It was fine. It was very serumy, which like I guess is the point, but I don't know that I really noticed a difference with this. I've used other retinols and other kind of like retinol alternatives, and some are really, really powerful and do a great job, and others I'm just like, rah, rah, did you do anything, or were you just a waste of my time and money? Because this might look small, this is 30 milliliters, but every product that I've used from this brand that comes in these little bottles with the little droppers, like you really just need the tiniest amount, and then it takes you forever to use, and if you don't like it, it's just an absolute slog to get through. I'm currently experiencing that with their eye serum, which is my mistake because I'm pretty sure it's the second time I've bought the same thing that I know I didn't like. Anyways, it was fine. Anytime I see this brand in the drugstore, I get a little bit intrigued, and then I just am not really impressed. So, speaking of eye cream, this is the Yes to Avocado fragrance-free daily eye cream for dry skin. I have been noticing that I'm getting a lot more dry under my eyes these days, but I really just didn't notice a difference with this eye cream. I have one that I'm using right now that I do quite like, and there's a few others that I've tried like minis of that are actually kind of impressing me, but this one I was just like, what are you even doing? So I got bored of it, and then I moved this to my bedside table and used it as a hand cream. So that made it use up a little faster. I've got a little lippy here. This is technically a mini version. It's the Biossance Squalene and Rose Vegan Lip Balm. This was actually really lovely. This was another one that I was keeping on my bedside table because it was just such a delicious, like, kind of night mask. And it also took me quite a long time to use, even though this is like 0.17 ounces. You really only need a little bit of this. So if you have the full size, like that could last you a whole year. It's just really lovely. I love Biossance products so much. They're just so expensive. So sometimes I really just, you know, indulge in their little like kits where you get like a mini of 3 or 4 different things. It's like all I can afford. But I really liked this. Okay, then we have the Great Barrier Relief Reparative Skin Soothing Serum by Crave Beauty, and my darling friend Channy gave this to me, and I finally used it all the way up, and like, what a delight this product is. First of all, it's got that tamanu oil in it, which I feel like, is there any left? There is. There's one little squirt left in here. I think the tamanu oil is quite the selective scent. I'm sure there's a lot of people who cannot possibly stand it, but I really love it. It's just so like rich and nutty, and I would use this mostly at night. And I don't know, there's just something about the scent of the tamanu oil that is just so like soothing to me. So I really enjoyed every second of using this. And thank you, Channy, for putting this into my life because I loved it. Okay. This is the Aloe Milk Cleanser. It's a 3-in-1, though they don't really, their packaging is very minimal. There's no like instructions on the back, so I'm not really sure what the 3-in-1 implies. And I don't have my phone on me. I threw it on the carpet across the room there, so I don't know what it means, but this is from Graydon Skincare. Also made in Canada. Also love this brand, and it was lovely. Just a very lovely, gentle cleanser. Great for like a first cleanse or your morning cleanse when there's nothing on your skin really. And yeah, there's pretty much all of their products I love. I have a face lotion in my rotation at the moment, and I always just love, I love their stuff. What I don't love is this kind of packaging, where aside from this little like peephole at the very bottom, you can't really tell how much is left. So you just have to kind of like judge by weight and like do the mental gymnastics of like subtracting the weight of the packaging from the weight of the entire thing, including the volume of the product itself. And I wish that I could see. But other than that, I really have no complaints from Graydon Skincare, and I pretty much buy their stuff whenever I can get my hands on it. Okay, last empty. We have blown through this video. Usually this takes me like an hour and a half. This is the Naturium Marshmallow Root Barrier Balm. I'm pretty sure I have been shitting on barrier balms a number of times, but this one was actually delightful and was like the actual color of the lid here, and it was just so wonderful. It was my last step for my nighttime skincare routine, and I just had a blast using it. The color was great, the texture was great, little to no fragrance, and I don't love the Naturium like body care line because it's just, I don't think it's designed for me, my skin type, but their face stuff is next level. It's so good. It's a phenomenal price point. It's like quite accessible, and I really did like this. So barrier balms work if they're formulated correctly. And there's just something about the name of like marshmallow root that gets me every time. Honestly, there's a few products that I've purchased that have like, they've marketed themselves as having marshmallow root in them, and I'm such a sucker. I'm like, yes. What does it do? I don't know, but yes, I want to put a marshmallow on my face, even though that's not what it is, but let me live in a land of marshmallows, please. And that's it. Will I repurchase this? Probably, but again, I've got so much skincare in my collection right now that I'm just fighting my way through. And I'm trying not to buy that kind of stuff right now. But when it does come time for me to make a repurchase from Naturium, which will be around the time that I finish my face sunscreens, because I'm almost done my last face sunscreen, and that's like probably one of my favorites now. It will definitely make its way back into an order at some point in 2024, I'm sure. Anywho, look at that. I actually do feel a little bit better in my soul. Like a weight has lifted, and now I can actually get rid of all of these empties. So I'll have like one less cluttered thing in my home and in my mind. That's what it's all about, folks. And I think we're gonna have to film like favorites at some point, because there's a few things right now that I'm just like liking. And we're also like overdue for a Sims video, so stay tuned for that at some point. And for all of you who tuned into my pack with me for London, thank you so much. I haven't had a video perform that well in a very long time, so it's quite exciting to see that, like, hey, that's the content that people want to see. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so I don't know, maybe I'll just have to film some kind of overhead style video like that soon. I do really need to do a declutter, like desperately, so maybe we'll prepare and plan for that. But yeah, just for everyone who kind of tuned into that, who subscribed because of that, who engaged with any of my other content because of that, thank you. I'm so happy to have you here. For the rest of y'all who, you know, hang out with me and have this parasocial dynamic going on, thank you, I love you. And for anyone who stumbled upon this video for the very first time, this is me trying to be a human in Pisces season as a Pisces. My cup runneth over with emotions. But most of the time we have a cute fun time here. It's like, you know, we're real people. I'm a real girl just trying to do real girl things in a world that is increasingly less real. Anywho, with all of that being said, it's time for me to sign off because I'm now officially chilled. The tank top was a great idea for the first 5 minutes, but now, thank goodness you can only see the shoulders up because she could cut diamonds. Okay, that's everything from me today, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you